Okay, so it is a happy, wonderful Wednesday. I just want to give a couple things, a little heads up. Rhythmic for those that are trading futures. So anyone that is using Rhythmic, whether you're on the Top Step, Apex, you name it, they're having issues. So there's been a lot of traders for the past several days that has not been able to make profit off the prop firms. I mean, sometimes maybe if you get lucky in the green, then they will let you keep it. If you took losses, they will erase those losses. So just FYI, that is what's going on. So I guess some people might enjoy that because, they might just try to roll the dice and be like, hey, if I get green, I'll keep it. If I screw it up, blow it up, they will reset that as well. So that is what's going on. Just heads up. Second thing is, again, I did tell you guys before that I will be taking a vacation next week. Okay, so June 11th, next Tuesday till Friday. So June 11th through the 14th, I will not be here. So you won't be, seeing me, or you will still see the Zoom from Cousin Eddie. He's going to be taking over, and there will be no alerts during those days. So just keep that in mind. Cousin Eddie will be leading you guys from Tuesday till Friday next week. Just want to give you guys a heads up. I'll say that one more time, maybe on Monday, but that will be my last day for next week. Okay. All right, well, getting into what we got so far this morning, ASNS, let's start off with the number one gainer here. This is currently trading at $3.98. You got a nice, so far pre-market high up towards 462 here for 460. So there's a lot of resistance right now making lower highs, and looks like it's about to make a lower low here. So it doesn't look too good right now, ASNS, but it is a number one gainer, so we'll be keeping an eye on to see if it's going to be able to get back above that $4. So, you want to see that whole dollar shuffle at that $4 mark on ASNS. If you look at this company here, there is no PR this morning, meaning there is no press release. So keep that in mind. And float on this company is 3 million in float. So very low float. Day traders love these low flows, right? USA tech company. And again, just we'll be watching for that whole dollar shuffle at $4. But for now, shorts are taking over. XTIA is next on the watch list, top second gainer. And so far, stock was a great trade. If you guys caught, I mean, this thing started running up really fast ever since a press release came out this morning. Okay. And it ran all the way up to $3.10. So at least we're able to catch from 250 to 310 there. USA Aerospace and Defense Company. 5.5 million flow stock, so another low float, announced Mesa Airlines investment in XTI and conditional pre-order for 100 Trifan 600 aircraft. All right, so that's a pretty decent news there this morning on XTI, which caused the stock to really run up nicely on a low float. So obviously right now, after hitting into the $3 natural resistance, we are getting a lower high and lower lows, but that's also something we need to keep in mind of a potential opportunity here, as we are getting pretty low discount back price at $2. So, I think that's going to be really rough if it goes all the way down to $1, especially to the market opening. You got 3 minutes before market opens. I think day traders would like to see another run up here on XTIA out of that wedge in this channel. So we'll be watching this XTIA as well. All right, MITQ moving forward. This is a top fourth gainer currently, and it's trading at $1.21. Our first trade was here at $1.15 and ran all the way up to 165. So lots of great things happening here in pre-market. We're getting lots of good movers, and we're just looking to see if it's gonna get support here at 115 again, because that was our previous resistance. As we all know, the saying goes, previous resistance becomes support. So that's going to be another great entry for you guys that did not participate here in pre-market, have the opportunity to do so for a nice potential grab here on MITQ. This is a USA tech company and a 7 million float. Once again, anything under 10 million float is considered low flow for those that are new. Flow is the number of shares offered to the public. So anything lower than 10 million is going to be volatile. Came out with a brand new press release this morning, awarded multi-million-dollar contract for state-of-the-art Alamo Drafthouse Cinema in Indianapolis. Okay, so we're back here at 115. We have a fresh news. We'll see if the daily chart here, we zoom out here. You can see we had a lot of resistance at 115, which when we did break, we got a nice run up, right? About to that 165, broke that previous high back in June and so forth. So my last line here was 165 actually. So that makes sense why it got rejected into that mark for now. All right. Other than that, market's going to open up here in about 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and finish the watch list here. I got SYTA and NVVE, and that's the only thing we got left. So SYTA was my personal favorite trade of the morning. Got a great entry here at 175 break, and then a second entry. If you guys if you missed the first entry, you got that all the way up to running to 260. So love how beautiful, like just good momentum came in on SYTA, Canadian tech company, under 1 million flow. So it's a micro float, right? So super low flow. That's going to be easy to move with some volume. And now it's a new partnership with JD Telecom. So that was an easy trade of the morning. You got market opening up here. Last thing is NVVE. There's no news on this, guy. It's a micro penny stock, but we'll be keeping our eyes on to see if it's going to get a VWAP roll. It did hit up to about $1.15 earlier in pre-market. So just watching for the VWAP roll. I think there is a play actually sitting at 89 cents if it can break the 89. All right. 15 more seconds to go and the market's going to open up. NQ, obviously a bullish morning so far ever since that high impact news came out at 8:15. We just need to watch out for 10 o'clock one as well. Here we go, folks. 5, 4, 3, and a 2, and a 1, and a great wonderful Wednesday has now begun here. Let's get it. Okay, so right now the market opening after running up here, NQ, do expect a little bit of pullback as well. We do have pink deviation line as support now. Okay, beautiful crack back down to the we are definitely on the oversold territory. And that 41 is now resistance. So I do expect this to come down to the low, like 18,830 next here. And it just did, with down into that 14 EMA mark here, whatever this line is, 1820, actually 1823 is going to be the next support here. So beautiful crack. That's going to be your next support level. There's going to be some buyers trying to come back in, but right now, yeah, we needed a little bit of cool off after that nice run out the whole morning, so to speak. Okay, so beautiful start here to the morning. Right now, just watching stocks on XTIA to see if it's going to do a $2 whole dollar shuffle there. And Q, beautiful entry back at 14 EMA there. Like I said, that's where you want to look to kind of cover and then flip it on the long side. As you know, if you look at the bird eye, I mean, if you have the bullseye view, you're gonna want to get back in on that level there for a nice quick spike back up. At market opening after running up, kind of have to expect it's gonna be a dip. Okay. After cooling off here again, we're sitting back here. I think we're gonna have a little bit of a higher low potentially if this closes green here next in the next 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the next 5 minutes. Right now, the 1 minute, it is building a little bit of a higher low from the that line there at 1820, 824. All right, XTI not doing too much, waiting to hear from Holly on what the next mover might be. Based on the chart setups, everything is literally below VWAP right now from I see. NVVE below VWAP. Right now, XTIA below VWAP. You got SYTA that might try to get this $2 whole dollar shuffle. So I do want to kind of watch this $2 level here. I do think right now we're unfortunately not being able to break through this 18,844 mark, which means that we're probably going to try to battle back down to the 14 EMA. We need to pierce through this 18,844 line for the bulls. Otherwise, yes, we will be seeing another drop. There it is. There's that drop right there. Okay, so back to the 14 EMA again, and this is going to be the bull support. Hold on one second. I had to disconnect my because I'm not. I had to disconnect the Rhythmic because I'm not trading on Rhythmic today. I just would not. It has a lot of issues, so I'm just trading on my personal account today. So I'm gonna. Well, I trade on my personal account every day, but I have to reset this real quick or disconnect and reconnect. All right, so. All right, that's good here. All right, so we got still 18,844 mark. I'll mention it here on the futures chat. 18,844 mark. Current resistance. Support is now at 18,824. 18,824 support. And Q obviously. So right now we're between support and resistance. SYTA didn't get the whole dollar shuffle at the $2 mark, unfortunately. Just wicked up and back down. It needs a whole support at $2. ASNS cracking all the way down. All the early birds locked in, and they're just putting their feet up on the desk, looks like. So I'm gonna keep it shuffling here for now on the stocks because it looks pretty dead right now. Futures is more active this morning, so I do want to pay more attention to that side right now. Pre-market has been awesome though in the on stocks. Again, just kind of keep in mind of what's been going on with stocks. If you guys can't participate in pre-market, you need to start, paying attention to the futures more because you can't just come here at 9:30 and think you can get something. Obviously, MLGO was a blast yesterday. What was the first entry on MLGO yesterday? I mean, this thing. I think I did hear that actually. If there's nothing else running, we need to keep an mind on MLGO. Actually, I should not have forgotten about this guy. I was actually watching earlier in pre-market at 880, but there's a lot of resistance there, and it needed to hold that support there at 880. NQ right now is taking a pullback after cracking this 18,824 and not getting the 18,884 area resistance. So we are currently downtrending. So I do expect a little bit of continued, lower highs and lower lows, since that's what's been going on here. NVBE is actually breaking through right now, guys. Our latest alert, NVBE going here. NVBE latest alert going. The 89 right now. Why is this NVBE not pulling up? 89 to 95 here. So if you go back and check on Prosperity Trades, we are hitting every PT price targets this morning as usual.
MITQ.
Okay, right now $1 is approaching. That's going to be the next natural resistance. As you know, 103, 104 is up halt now on NVBE. This is where the current momentum is because you guys had gotten in at the 89, right? Unless you didn't. But
Right. MITQ. Shot.
so I'm gonna draw a line at $1. Just the next natural resistance line, 105 right now. They're raising it up a little bit. I do expect, like I said, lower highs and lower lows. I think we're gonna get another lower low eventually. 50 MA on the 5 has been a saving grace, meaning it has been a hero EMA. So for all my future traders today, if you're looking for a dip, I would wait until it comes all the way down to that golden 50 EMA line right there, which is going to be between 817,800 to 817,800. Yeah, it's about 18,800 mark. That's where the bears are going to want to target next. Okay, they're gonna want to get down there as low as they can. So as long as you can see here, and Q's just not being able to do a higher high now. So that's what I'm thinking. Because last time, look, it held a 50 MA, bounced nicely. Last time here again, bounced nicely. That was when it first started. So right now the latest 50 MA is going to be target level for the bears and the bulls entry mark that they want to get. Unless, the bulls somehow decide to, hold a little bit of a higher low and wedge out of here. But we are taking a little bit slight cool off. Overall, NASDAQ is obviously very green. But if you look at the 15-minute chart, we've already hit the 15-minute target. Okay. What I mean by that is, again, always have your chart on the side, but you can see here on the 15-minute chart, my pink deadline here, and also the line at 18,854 that I had did hit. So now you got most likely what? Well, based on the chart here, it probably wants to pull back to the low 18,000. So it might wick down to the 18,800 to about 18,806. I'll give it somewhere between that room if it's gonna be a lower low here. But right now it looks like the bulls are trying to wedge out, so they might want to try to push it back up here again a little bit. So I'm gonna watch this trend line and then the next candle. I'm not gonna really try to full out at this line here unless you bought in at that higher low there just now. NVBE $1 here. We do need to break through here and become support here in the next 15 seconds. You got 110 up halt now. Right now, I'm going to wait because this could be a wick into the trend line here on NQ, just FYI. Waiting for the confirmation. 110 here we are here. We might get halted up. Everything else is dead. So this is where the herd is starting to move in. And folks, what do you got? We got 111 now up halt. 111 right now. Just keeping my pre-market high of that 115 mark as resistance. They're moving it up. 114 now, up halt. They're moving it up. 114 now. 116 now. They're moving it up more. Fantastic. Fantastic. 116. And folks, we got halted up at 116 here. So NVBE halted. Nice run up from the 0.89 entry. So congrats. Now we have to wait 5 minutes until it gets unhalted. So looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 alerts this morning so far, and they all hit their target levels. So while NVBE is halted, we also always want to remind ourselves, hey, what could be the next hottie that might try to, you know what I mean, party it up? Look at the little MITQ starting to wedge out, being a little sneaky rat. Rebroke that 115 line on MITQ. If you look at the MITQ, let's zoom out here. Like I said, always use the previous resistance as your support area, right? And that will serve you well. And now we're coming up towards that what? Trend line. This is where you want to look for sell. And then if it breaks through, then you can look for that pre-market high of that 165 level, and then, or whatever that was, 164. And then I got line all the way up to 175 to 220s. So that could happen, but right now that's going to be something you need to keep in mind. MIT currently looks like it is got a halt up at 152. So okay, yeah, this arrow just indicating that was the first and only entry. So we'll keep an eye on it. Looks like look what's going on in NQ right now. NQ is wedging out here, right? So we are moving back up nicely. We got another big resistance line again, folks. 18,845 line there, or the 844 that I gave you guys. So once again, big resistance line. And shorts came in on there. A lot of buyers sold into that line. And now we're back between that support resistance line once again. So you see how the 18,824 line became support now, and now currently facing 18,844 resistance. All right, in the meantime, let's go back to the NVBE. We're waiting for the halt, as that should happen at 9:50, 24 seconds. So 9:50, 24.
SFIX, HFIX, SFIX, 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 SFIX. ALIW, AKRO. Ally. ONFO.
Right now, NQ is still having resistance out of wicks into the 18,844 line. What will be the confirmation for it to continue is when we start seeing a body, whether on the 1 minute or 5 minute. I would look at the 1 minute to see if it's going to start establishing support from there.
AKRO. NBB, NBB.
Oh, Okay, so I guess NVVE for some reason got on halted already. Must have done my math wrong. Interesting. All right, so we're up to 135. I'll halt next.
HYW. ARB.
135. Now you can use the one previous PM high at 114 or so as your support. $142 up halt. They're moving it up again. I would be careful on NQ at that 18,844 line because it is not being able to break through. Interesting, very strong resistance line. I would stop buying into those areas when you have already seen wicks once, twice. Third time not being able to break through. That's a little bit of a red flag. We still have 40 seconds left, but it's going to get harder and harder. So it's making a lower high every time it pops. So somehow bulls need to pull off some magic here. 142 did get halted up here, folks. So halted up, I believe, second time now. Right at 142. So congrats. $54.30 will be the on halt time. 54.30. Obviously, 9:54:30 a.m. Eastern time. And 140, 142 here. So
RMITQ. APDS.
just a friendly reminder, NVVE does not have any new news this morning. There goes the cracky crack. Like I said, be careful. We're not seeing the 18,844 being able to break through. And a good sign was that third touch right there. Third touch, and you need to go for the breakout. Just like in stocks, when we don't see that, you're going to see a lot of selling and panic, and as well as lots of shorts trying to come in at that mark. So we got wick back into the 18,224 line. Now we need to show despair for the bulls and crack this line for a new low of the day as we plan towards that 50 EMA. So you just have to stay patient, trust the process. Don't be wishy-washy. Don't, detract, don't get distracted from your plan. A good area, though, is this support line. So if you did end up shorting into that third touch right line there, it's not a bad idea because, again, same thing as resistance. Lots of support has shown here at 18,224 line.
AMSC. ABI.
Okay, after that big dip at 18,824 line, again, the bulls came back in.
SRCL. LPSN. Canada.
Now looks to be trying to potentially make a new high. Let's see.
RMS. GYN.
There's a new high day on NQ looking great. As the market is green.
GYN. And GCT. SWIFT. AMSC. SMR. Well then, FLNC. PHR, WINR, HYW, HYW, LPSM, MASM. UNIT, UNFI, TWST, MWG. Brothers. UNFI.
Okay, right now NQ is still making nice higher lows. Once it becomes support at the pink deadline here in the next 30 seconds, we should see another continued run up, but we just are hitting that line here, which the resistance line is 18,853 line I have. Let's double check. So right now, let's just stick to the 844 right now on the 5-minute. So we need to hold that 18,844 line now as support. So NQ 18,844 line now watching as support, and that's where you want to see the buyers come back in again and then start bouncing a higher low to a new high of the day again. And that's what's currently happening here. You got right now a lot of indicators showing to be bullish here with the 14 EMA above. You got NVBE obviously unhalted at that time I just told you guys, and we just hit the 149 up high today. You got a 149 up there as well right now on the NVBE. So stock guys, that is looking fantastic. SITA did bounce off from the 500 EMA to 210 now. So I'll be watching that as well. Again, top 3 stocks today this morning is going to be NVBE, MITQ, and SYTA, not in particular order. Top 3 stocks this morning. You got currently NVBE. You got SYTA, which was my favorite trade of the morning, and MITQ. As you can see, lots of money to be made still in the stock market and as well as the futures market. 157 up pulp now. 157 up pulp showing on NVBE. 157 right now is testing one more time as again.
YOSH. SITA. INOD.
We are still holding up pretty good here on NQ, although I know we are seeing a lot of resistance there at the pink deadline, but it is doing pretty good still.
SNS. WGS. GDYN. ONFO. WWR.
So again, do not try to keep shorting on a day like today as much because market is so green on the NASDAQ and SPY is up too. So just look at how much more green opportunities on the candlesticks there are versus the reds, the sells, right? The shorts. So you're just not going to get as much opportunity on the short side unless you are being able to hit that top of the resistance or the trend line. So we'll see here. I think since that last 50 dip, got this here.
SSYS.
A little bit of not exactly a double top, but it does look like it on the 5. It's not double top here, so it's still fine. You see how they're still trying to. So once the 5-minute candle here starts closing, and then the next candle starts opening above 18,844, this will spike to the next line here, and then we'll probably try to aim towards near the wherever the Dev 2 line is. It's gonna move right now. Obviously, it's been climbing up because overall market is moving up right now on the Nasdaq, so it's help the NQ move up. Okay, NVBE, what a beauty here. What a beauty. It has not cracked the 10 EMA once, folks. It is just straight up, not once. It has not cracked this trend line of the 10 EMA. So it is a very beautiful squeeze here. A lot of short sellers need to be very careful. They got a little too loose since yesterday on MLGO. Lots of blown up accounts or lots of big heavy losses. So you need to keep in mind if you're on the short sells right now, since MLGO happened, there's going to be a potential nice excitement again on these squeezes. So whenever you see a big day like that, the following day, you need to ease a little bit on the shorts. Otherwise, one will catch you and blow all your monthly gains. And it has happened to me before. That is not fun. Oh, what happened there just now on NQ? Oh, there goes the 10 o'clock mark, guys. Wow. I almost forgot to, I mean, I did tell you guys the 10 o'clock news, but I almost did not see that just now. So 10 o'clock news. Just literally wicked everyone down just now there. Wow. Came all the way down as low as 18,800. That is crazy. So right now it wicked all the way down and then straight back on up. That is crazy right now here. Insane. Wow. All right, so we're back at the 18,844 again. I would stay out at this point if you don't know what the heck's going on. It is a very big wiki movement here. This is why you have to always watch that news times. The ISM services PMI just came out, so.
SRCL, HUMRPTS. Brothers.
Okay, we got 10 seconds here. I'm gonna wait to see how this closes. That's crazy. Wow. It's gonna make a new high after that drip. Looks like the buyers are gonna try to go now here. Wow. Yeah, look at that. They just bought that dip, man. That's nasty. That is just absolutely nasty. And they're about to just rip it up.
CSIQ. WWR. NBB. NBB. MLGO.
We have the next line here. So right now, 18,844 line is support again on the Higanashi. Body is holding that. So I'm gonna try to take it up there again.
ABS. ABLD. FLNC.
They're holding really nice here. After the news, high impact news, the first 5-10 minutes, I would give it a lot of volatility. It's going to be very movement of up and down. So just keep that in mind. Just because it came out right at 10 o'clock doesn't mean it's just gonna be back to normal. You have to give it about at least 5 minutes to kind of let the waves do its thing here.
SEIG. GLNG.
It's pretty freaking wild right now, this NQ. Watching closely at the 18844 here.
OIS. WWR.
Still making higher lows and higher high. It's still in that pattern here on NQ. So
CSIQ.
I mean, some of the longs that were stuck, or excuse me, some of the shorts that were stuck here, they got that one grace period to exit cover. That was their, because a lot of them were stuck. It's just been keep moving up. It's steadily moving up right now. So, and it's still looking to be so. So that's why, you want to quickly get that mercy out before the bulls take it up further. But let's see here. We got lots of struggling movements here between this now deviation one line to the 18844.
ASPN.
That 50 EMA has been again um that support line, a hero EMA. So if you had a buy order sitting at that 50 EMA, I mean, you just got luck. You just were able to get a nice pop.
FLNZ. EPS. SIM. SCDG. APS. BRK. TPIC. MRSN. RCLT. RCLT.
Okay, so right now we have to wait for 10:07. So in about a minute, NVBE should be getting unhalted. I don't think I would look to continue to short too much as long as that trend line's holding. I would cover into that trend lines. I need to see the full body and the 5-minute candle start wedging out, and then you can look for a pretty decent short. Right now, I don't think it's something that I will go for it exactly. The only thing I will do is between that deviation one line to the trend line here, but let's see. Yeah, it's bouncing off from that deviation one line, the 1 minute 18:825 mark there. See that line there, 18:824 mark, 25, and it's bouncing back up again. I do think they're gonna try to make another new high today again here. Breaking the high day so far is 80.62, 18.862. So I think they're gonna try to go up towards the 70s next if this 825 holds. And VBE unhalted. I mean, after a very nice run, expect a little bit of pullback. 10 EMA still holding. We still watch for the top 3 stocks, MITQ and SYTA. Right now, SYTA I like a little bit more because it is trying to get that 210. So I will say, if we can get the 210 candle break on that line, that would be nice for the bulls on SYTA.
BRNC. BMPS.
So watch closely as a 210 starts breaking. NBBE still holding this trend line. It is still potentially trying to do a 10 EMA bull flag. So I would still, you know, very be patient for that potential flag.
SFYS. BMPS. SCG. Brothers. Starcade. MCI.
You got a downhole at 127 right now on NBBE. So just FYI, I failed to 10 EMA bull flag. It did not do that.
HUMA. NRIS.
Okay, so unfortunately right now, finally, NQ is cracking.
CRNC. SCDG. SSYS.
But looks like still bouncing off the 205.
SSYS. GMCI.
It's right now 10-10. All the major news have been done. So now we can just let the NQ kind of do its thing. It is looking bearish right now because it's been making lower highs since the high today. But like I said, the 5 minutes not quite cracked just yet. So I'm watching. And again, what do we say? The hero EMA is just that 50 EMA. I think, you know, once the 50 EMA cracks, I will short this all the way down to the 200, the pink deadline. That's what I would really like to see. Because now keep in mind the VWAP and 50 EMA is also kind of close together here. It's going to be a very strong support right now for the bulls. So I'm still not going to take that big short until I, you know, and when I say big, I'm not going to add more contracts until I see that crack. So right now, again, take an opportunity of these one or two, you know, red pullbacks. Majority of them is just going to be uptrending again after these little pullbacks and then uptrending again. So if you look at the long term right now, view is as long as this area is holding, we're still in the grind mode here, so to speak. So now we're testing the trend line on the one, and then now trying to get back at the curl at the 14-minute, 5-minute chart here. NBBE, right now we're gonna have to wait as well as SYTA right now is on deck. It is trying to close the candle at 210. We have a lot of wicks still back and forth here. So we do need to really kind of start kicking the momentum here at 210 support and start really wedging out further. But look at all these wicks here right now. Some traders are just trying to take that quick sense right now, which, you know, we did hit that 220 so far, but it's just like there's not enough juice right now to really kick it up. Right now, it is higher lows on SYTA, so that is bullish. It's just we're facing a little bit of this 210 dilemma here. 220, and then I'd like to see that move up to 250s.
CRNC. ANFF.
So right now, people just locked in 10 cents and now it's cracking. So for now, it's done. Unless it bounces off the 200 again on SYTA. Okay, so everything so far so good.
North, northeast.
NQ, ATR's 22, not too bad. Not great as yesterday, but still good. I think buyers are trying to
Top,
come in again. So watching the
cost.
next move up here a little bit again towards the upper trend line.
SSYS. MVD. VIGL. ACMR, DQ. Sun. Brothers. RDD. FWRD. SSYS. OKLO.
ASNS is absolutely crushed right now. MVVE still looks decent.
Sun. RDD. MRIN. CRK, ACMR, SWIN. Big. HE, RNZ. HUMA. RBNZ.
VVE grinding back up again, folks. Watch here. I'm not a huge fan right now in NQ. It's acting not the way I want it to be.
CMTS,
I'm back on MVVE watching 154 line. So just watch that line there.
Several UEF, DQ. SWIN. WRBYAR, TTCASNS.
Okay, watch that 154 line. SYTA is still trying at the 210. This is a candle break line next, folks, on NVB if it wants to continue. This is a classic dip before market opens to the 200 EMA or at the market opening towards it, the downtrending towards the 200, and then that big bounce. Instead of your other usual stocks, like let's see if ASNS was the up here. No, actually this one's not I mean, kind of look at it, yeah. It's just been moving up. It did sell off. Unfortunately, this one was a little bit of a big resistance at 460, like a double top there. And it just got crushed like a cockroach. So 154 right now, as you can see, is a big resistance there. So if it's going to be able to break through that, then great. But not, then that will be the resistance. SYTA, for those that was not able to get the 210, or 220, you are still looking good here. On SYTA.
TYS, ACNR.
And Q looks like it wants to get that bigger pop.
ETN, WRB LNC. RBNC, HUNA. ARR, SEDG. ASPSM.
Very nice pop on NQ.
RSLTI. CRK, Yeti. MBOT. Tom. REBG.
Yeah, SYTA, we did hit up towards that line there. 230 double top right now, looks like. So right now, MVB East grinding for more. We got to build a 154 now as our nest home. 164 up Paul.
IGL.
166 up Paul.
Tom. EIPLNC. AMLX, ELED. MGMX. OIS, WEB. EVGO, AIR.
And Q looking very bullish. We might be able to see a new high of day as we should have earlier.
ACMR. DRK. RTDT.
There's a new high of day on NQ, folks. Doesn't hurt to lock in at a new high of days.
RBNC.
NASDAQ up 138 points.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and adjust this now. As NQ is blowing up.
MGMX. FGEM.
I do think we're gonna need a little bit of cool up after this big pull up, but let's do its thing here. Still has more room, a bit more here on the upper trend line. I have a line all the way up to 18,900 there.
Northeast. ONGMR. AC. Swim. Sam.
I like to see if it kind of sells back at the pink deadline again, but right now, so far so good. NVBE, our second play, working out great as well. You got an up pulp now at 171. Oh, okay.
SEOW.
171 might get halted up here. Let's give ourselves a little check mark for MVV for now. And if you want to hold like 30% or rest of it, it's all up to you. 173 is up halt now. Still did not get halted at 171, 173 now. Does not hurt to lock in a little bit before it gets extended. And then you can just make sure now you use that 160 or 154 as support, or you can find a new support line until it gives a new Blue's Clues. Right now I haven't found one. 175 all pulp right now. Okay, and Q is still blowing up higher.
WGS. WGS. BWM.
Probably needs to cool back down a little bit. But R size bullish. BBE, new uptrend line here. As we reversed out of this line here. I do think NQ will try to pierce through the 18,900s later today. But we are getting a little bit of pullback right now. 18,885 is my line again. 1885 here. On the 1 minute.
Yeah.
So you go back to the futures chat, you got 18,844 line that became support. That, you know, when you see that, that's gonna be a good bullish move back up. Right now we are gonna need to get a little bit of cool off again, I'd say. 18,885 line. I'm gonna put a line there. 885.
Wow. LNT. TWM.
5. Somewhere around that line there. Let's see. Go there and Steam.
BLE. TMCI.
Okay, we got about 2 minutes till the 10:30 mark, and that means that we got about 1 minute 44 seconds on this 5-minute candle here. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready for a stretch break. Then we'll be back here in about 5-10 minutes. Go ahead and review your trade so far for the morning, and if you're looking to do one more last few trades for the 20 minutes to 11 a.m. Upper dip time, get ready for that. But NVBE, in the meanwhile, we are just going to use the 154 as support. and let the rest ride a 178 up halt right now. I think this is very much like continuous squeeze. The only thing we need to keep in mind is there's an 89 EMA right here on the daily chart around that 173 mark. So I'd say the 170s are, usually known for its resistance line number. So let's see if it's going to be able to break through that first, and then we can maybe aim towards $2 after that. But I'm going to put a strict line at about 175. So about 25 cents or so, every 25 cents, 175 to 2, 175 below, 150. So for me, 154 line on the body needs to hold. Right now it's getting a pullback. And Q not stopping here still. I think they do want to get the 18900s next.
HY, TWST, MTRE, PLNT, TRN, CCG, GCT, EYPT, WGS. UPST, NNPR, VIGL, ELMB, EMMT. RDT, TNDF, FGEN, ARHS, HQY, HUMA, MTRE, TWSGFS, Yeti,
18900s, here we are.
IBP,
Coming on to that, we'll come out to that deviation 2 line on the NQ. So I would just watch for that. We're also kind of coming up to the target levels here, final levels, in my opinion, for the big pullback. So I think the 18920s is going to be your last view here.
EST, ARHS, Sun, FUT, 32, GFS, HUM,
We just hit the big trend line here on the 15-minute chart. So I think this might be a good area. So we're getting very, very close here. I would just be safe than sorry here and start locking some in. Maybe the last line has 18928.
NMYT, Brothers, TNDL, CRC, Yeti, Vion,
18920 to 18928 is the final lines that I kind of have right now. So, all right, guys, I'm gonna take a quick stretch break and then I'll be back. But Yeah, I do expect. Now that we only got 20 minutes, 11 a.m., I think NQ is going to get a big dip from there. So, other than that, MVBE, phenomenal run. We had the 89 EMA here in the daily. That is being a big resistance line right now. So, we'll be looking for 11 a.m. rubber dip setups. Okay, guys, I'm back. We're waiting for our last 20 minutes to 11 a.m. Ripper Dev time. And Q, again, do not go against the trend. Market is up 187 points on NASDAQ. It follows NASDAQ here on NQ. So you're only going to get very few opportunities on the short side. Makes sense. So 50 MA held the entire time, and buyers just came in and swooped it up. We did hit the upper trend line there as well on NQ, so I do expect a nice cool off from there.
REVG, 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 AZTA. GFSRT.
Okay, NVVE right now we did get this little crack, but we're still holding the VWAP.
KOTK.
Okay, NQ, wow, getting another big rip.
PCL, OMGA, PROP, RPT. SVRE.
Hold on 1 second. The connection seems to be a little bit off here.
XMTR. ABSI.
Okay.
RCLT. FTRE. CBAT. OM. ZIM. LDI. LDI. EVA. Avir. Avir. PROP. Avir. RTTT. OMGA. DNM. Avir. ALXO. ASNS. ACIU. Avir. TGY. PNNT. TBPH. PNNT. 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 FGEN. BWIN. NMF. ASNS. PROP. CCG.
All right. I think in my opinion, I think we've already got a big move on AQ. Now, if NASDAQ somehow goes above 200 points, we potentially could see a further move, but I do think we need to pull back personally on AQ. I think it's just been a huge move up and it's already in the overbought territory for so long. I think we need to cool off.
No, ESN, SP2BH, double minus. RPD, ALIY, BTYX, MRNS.
Okay, let's try again for another high today. Goodness gracious.
SN. BLNK. LGBN.
Yeah, I mean, at this rate, we just probably might as well just go to 19K today. If this now becomes support at deviation 2 line, so
ALM. MGRCLT. GSL. W. CAD. LPSN. ELB. SLIB. RCLT. RCLT. CMPS. MRMS. RCLT. K. ABSI. BWIN. BHBN. BTYX. DQ. RCLT. GSL. SIB. RCLT. Bound. BTYX. Sage. CMPS. EG1. RSL. IGMS.
okay, right now pulling back on NQ. Let's go down the list one more time here, guys. We got about 9 minutes and looking to call it a day here. ASNS pretty much dead. NVBE, great big trade player from the market opening. Dipped down to the 200 very nicely. NVBE, hello.
TNRN. GSL.
Okay, NVDE, hello. Okay.
One, ALXL. ANMX, W. Sage. SCPHTS. SMS. Shop.
Okay, so SYTA below VWAP, XTIA below VWAP, MITQ below VWAP. The only one above VWAP is still holding is this MVBE. And that support is about 135 currently. So I would watch that 135 here. If it cracks, yes, we will continue to sewer down probably to these lines here. Got a 115, $1, and all the way down to 89 where we started. So it looks like traders are taking their sells and cleaning up. So I will mention the support line right now. On NVBE, current support is at 1.35. That cracks, watch out below.
UPST.
Watch for lower lows or lower highs and lower lows.
Gotcha. Wow. GSL. 20. RPS. EPS. SRRJ. SPRA. KYTS. H1. RP. GSL. APLs. TPS. ANNX. Wrapped. Java. NRUS. Up here. NG. TWST. PNM. KYTX. ASC. PNM. FTRA. FTRE. SCPH. DLYU. BB, Yeti. IGMS. K, GSL, DMPS. KYTX. SERA. CTMX. TWST. ACHC. BSTO. FSI. FABA. ASNS. PRCH. EBS. SAGE. PTGX. Yeti. FTAI. CNWST. KYTX. ASNS.
Okay, guys, we're coming up to our last minute here. Not much has happened in the last 20 minutes, but it's been a great day for futures. Redbig had issues today, so I wasn't able to do much on that, but MVVE play of the day. So pretty much everything on the Prosperity Trades channel has hit PT, so you can go back and review that if you want. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out to me for any questions you guys have. We are going to be looking forward to seeing if NQ is going to be able to continue towards that bigger 19,000 mark today if this deviation 2 line becomes support. So we'll be keeping our eyes closely on that, as it looks like it might make another high today touch, which is at 18,929. So I would just focus to see if it's going to make a new high today. Other than that, take care, everybody. God bless you all. And looking forward to another awesome Thursday trading with you guys tomorrow morning.